Check now. Let me have a look. Alright, seems like we are live. You are the leader. Good evening, everyone.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Um, we are live for the first race of the second season in Assetto Corsa for 2 SRL Racing League. Joining me on the comms today is Wimpy. Welcome, Wimpy.
Good evening, and thank you very much for having me on board with this first Assetto Corsa GT3 series race. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be pretty interesting to see who's the guy that comes out on top of the first race of the season at Watkins Glen International in America, New York City.
Indeed. Couple of words on the Assetto Corsa overall. So this is the second season we're running. We're running different cars this season. They are the GT3 cars. The first season was run on Formula 1 Hybrid, and the champion last season was Incognita. The runner-up was Thimo, and third was Hugo. And I think we're gonna have the usual suspects on top here as well, or that's what I'm expecting anyway.
Guys that have done these skins for their cars, really looking nice on track.
So Mr. Chief going out on his first quali run here. Let's see how he tackles the track. Flat out through turn 2. And I think this is pretty much a flat out section all the way until the double chicane at the end of this straight. I'm afraid I don't know the names of these corners, but let's not worry about that for now.
Hello, Kitty. If you can just let us know if the audio's
Yeah,
levels and balances is great for the stream, so we can adjust accordingly, please.
yeah. Chief tackles the circuit. It's been a pretty good lap so far. It looks like to me.
Yeah.
Currently on top of the table is Thimo with a 1:45.2. That's a respectable time, I think. And let's see if I can make out what tire the guys are actually running.
What do you reckon is the guys to be looking out for here?
Well, I would guess it's gonna be Thimo. I know he's put a lot of practice into this one, but Terror Incognita is always strong in this game. So
sure, definitely.
let's see, and I think Hugo as well. So it's gonna be
right off
interesting.
the Mr. TipsyBob.
Yep.
He's also right there fighting for the front runners, or with the front runners. Well.
Indeed.
Thank
So
you, Kitty.
I think it's Thimo on top at the moment. Chief is just about to finish his first lap, so let's see where this takes him. Anyway, at the moment Toto has taken the top spot on track with a 1:44.9, which I think is a pretty good time from what
I did not expect that. Wow.
Yeah, I think that's a respectable time because I read that some of the guys were running like 44.6 or something in the practice, so that looks to be a very good time. Looks like everybody is out on the soft tire as well, so yeah, maybe a couple of words about the rules that we're running here is that it's your basic F1 rules pretty much. The point system is what we use in F1, except there is no point for the fastest lap. In qualifying, if you're in the top 10, you have to start on the tire that you qualified on. So that's also
Pretty much the same as Formula 1.
Yes, and I believe there is one enforced pit stop in the race as well. So that's what we're gonna look at, and I'd guess my let's see, I've got a ping on the. Oh, okay, it's just Thimo pinging me a while ago. Okay, never mind. To be back on air, I hope. let us know in the comments, please, if this is any better. I dropped the settings a tiny bit, so we'll see how it is. Standings at the moment are the same actually. Toto on top, Thimo second, and Pretorius third. Incognita in fourth, and Hugo fifth. TipsyBob, OceanChief, and Pixel, they have well, it's not Formula Ireland, is it GT Ireland then?
Alright, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, and it's already looking much better.
Okay, so should be better, I hope. Alright.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
Yeah,
Alright.
so let's see what's up here. We have a pretty tight top 5, I'd say, within 7/10. And yeah, I think Chief is in a respectable P7 as well. So I think he's gonna be fighting for some good points today.
Oh, for sure. He was so positive to the build up to this race. He felt good. He said he did some good grinding and stuff, and yeah, sounded pretty exciting. We're
and looks
excited
like we have 13 people on track, if I'm correct. So it's you and me on the comms, and then I see 13 other names on the board. If you're wondering why there's two standings on the screen, I'm just making sure that I actually get everything there. So yep.
Terror out on a flyer again.
Yeah.
See what he comes.
Let's see. Terror out here. Let's ride on board with him for a bit. Tackles the last corners. And is there a way to actually get Delta up here? Let me check. It's gonna be interesting. Just a moment. It's the first time we're streaming this, so you'll have to bear with us with some of the settings here. Sorry, Wimpy.
But what?
Yeah, there's supposed to be a Delta up somewhere, but I can't find it right now. But I think Incognita did not improve, but Pretorius has actually taken the top spot while we were...
Oh, what a level on Pretorius.
Yes, 44.5. I think that's very good. That's very fast. So, yeah, in P6, 7 and 8 we have a tight battle for the... Oh, I don't know what you call it, the King of Ireland. TipsyBob is on top at the moment. So yeah, we'll see how that goes into the race. Why can't I find the Delta? Yeah, there we go. So okay, we have actually on screen. You see the Delta that the guy is on at the moment. So Hugo is up on his time by 5/100ths a second. Alright, see anything interesting out there at the moment, Wimpy? I think everybody's just
really,
trying to catch a lap together.
Yeah, they're just trying to put in that last or second last final qualifying laps. If I get better on that time, I'm following the Chief at the moment.
50 seconds left on the clock as well, so these are pretty much the final runs that people are gonna get.
Oh, someone going off into the corner.
Oh, Chief actually goes 6th, so yep, it's good from him. Let's see, Hugo is up on his time as well here, so let's see how he hooks up the rest of his lap together. 3/10 up. If he can hold this pace, he's gonna take P3, so that'll change it up a bit. Popo Gamer hasn't yet set the lap, I would say, because he's 35 seconds off the pace. So I don't know. I knew that Popo missed the SLR Tier 1 race today because he's a bit sick. He's feeling a bit down, but yeah. Okay, Hugo goes third. That's a nice lap. And is there anybody out on a lap still?
It seems like it's Jesse. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Jesse is up on his time.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
3/10 up. So let's see what he can do. It's looking smooth so far.
Kitty is asking if you can view the cars from the outside.
Of
I
course.
would like to see those amazing skins that the guys are running.
Yep.
We've got everything from BMWs, Porsche, and believe it or not, some dogs on cars as well.
Indeed.
It can only be one.
So Jesse pushing hard on his in these final corners here. And he's coming
No
across the
problem,
line
Kitty.
now. Let's see if he manages to improve. And he does. He gets cursed on this final attempt of his.
Good lap by Jesse, not bad. That's a great effort.
Yeah, P11. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting battle in the race. So I believe we're transitioning to the race right now. So
Yeah, for all the new viewers, welcome. This is Assetto Corsa Season 2, the opening round of the GT3 series at the Watkins Glen International.
yeah, so
Yeah,
Wimpy,
this is the start of the season. Here we go.
what we're gonna
Right.
have to do here is when the lights go off, we basically retire to the pits and then
Correct, yeah.
jump out on track to try and catch some of the action as quick as possible. Unfortunately, there are rather limited ways of doing casting in this game, but we'll do the best we can.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Assetto Corsa not being that advanced in spectating.
Yes, sadly not. So,
Let's see if we can try and catch these boys. We're right at the back of the grid with the same skins.
so we are
Right, lights are on. All
lights
yours.
are coming up. 5 lights.
6
And
lights.
we are go. Or is it actually 6? Whatever. We are go. It's a great start by Hugo, challenging guys up front, but I think Pretorius will take it into turn 1. Yes, Terror closing in behind him and position 2. Hugo 3rd, Toto 4th. And I believe we didn't really get too many changes at the start, so I will now retire my car and hop back on track and try and catch some of this action here. And there's a lot of cars going too wide into this chicane here. I think somebody's off, but no, nobody's spinning off for now. So,
What a great start by the guys.
indeed. I think the positions are largely unchanged from qualifying. So Pretorius leads from Terra Incognita, Toto in 3rd. So Toto has actually managed to pip Hugo somewhere in this.
Oh, there's a car off. Is that Pretorius?
No, I think he's still
What
going
is
out
going
there.
on here?
Or is he?
It seems like
I
Pretorius
have
is
missed
off.
that.
I don't
Let's
know
see.
what's happening.
Yes,
It shows
Pretorius
on my
is off.
screen.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's
Just
very
went straight
unfortunate.
onto the in the turn.
Did you catch what happened to him?
No, I just saw him going straight off the curb into the corner of the barrier.
Okay, so yeah,
Like he didn't even try braking. Something must have broken on his wheel or something.
yeah. Pretorius down in P13 now behind Cursed, so it's gonna be a long way to climb
Why?
back up for him.
Positions for some reason is not updating. Now it's only updating. Seems like
Yeah,
it's only updating after each lap.
yeah. I think I have live results here, except for the Pretorius one. I missed that unfortunately. So
Alright, so who do we have in the lead? It's Terra
Terror,
Incognita. That's
Terror
right.
Incognita, yes,
Followed by Hugos, then Thimo, Pixel, Dead Pixel,
and
and then OceanChief and P5. Wow, what a start.
yeah, and something has happened to Toto as well, right? Because he's in P10 at the moment. So I don't know. Did they
And Thimo makes
somehow
a
get
pass
tangled
on
up with
Hugos.
Pretorius, maybe?
Wow.
So Chief actually in P5. That's good
Alright,
stuff
so
from him.
we have the two BMWs running in P1 and P2 now. Thimo
That's
with
what
a
it
grid
looks like.
pass around the outside of Hugos.
Yeah. So I would say the top three at the moment is the usual suspects I would have guessed for this race. Pretorius, of course, was fast, but he's now about 20 seconds off the lead because of that incident on lap one. We don't know exactly what happened there. If anybody has any insights into that, please let us know. But we'll try and follow this up. So,
TipsyBob now over the back of OceanChief. Oh, and Ocean makes a mistake. He goes wide and Tipsy
oh
goes
no.
to end. Loses it. Oh my
Oh
word.
dear, Chief is spun. So not a good start for the team SLR. I believe that's what their team is called. So Chief and Pretorius are running dead last at the moment. Oh no. Let's see, but it's still a long race, so we still have
Yep, for sure.
a lot of stuff to do. Thimo sets the new fastest lap of the race, 1:46.1. So it's looking good for the BMW guys.
The Timo is absolutely flying in the front.
Yeah, he's about 1.2 seconds off Terra Incognita at the moment, and Hugo behind him is about a second behind him. So it's actually all quite tight all the way down to P5,
Yeah,
and then behind Tipsy we have about a 2 second gap.
yeah.
So
Timo hanging on quite nicely behind on the back of Terror here. It seems like he's slowly catching him, if I'm not mistaken.
yes, it looks like that. It's 1.2 seconds off him. So they're both doing personal best lap times on this lap as well.
Also, Hugo's hanging on to the back of Timo. Yeah,
He's
he
only point
surely
0.7
wants a
behind.
piece of this party.
So how many laps are we actually driving? You know, is there a way to see that somewhere?
Yeah.
Let me check. I know I should know all of this beforehand, but yeah, it's okay. That's not really helpful. It's just no,
The top four is running really close to each other.
indeed.
So this is pretty much wide open. TipsyBob also right in the action. Right behind Dead Big.
Indeed, and Tipsy hanging on strong there. Browsing through the cars. So actually, something happened here. No, never mind. I got mixed up. But sorry, Wimpy. I'll see if I can
Oh,
see somewhere where we
McLaren
can.
went off. A
Oh,
yellow car went off. Who's that? I'm not sure what that is.
it's I think it's Toto. He's running last now. So after a strong performance in qualifying, it's not a good start for the
Yes.
McLaren boys in general, I would say, because they're now running in 13,
Unfortunate.
30. Oh, let's say 11, 13, and 10. Yeah, so it's gonna be a long evening for those guys. Pretorius all over the back of Jesse here.
We got one McLaren in the pits.
Who Who is that? It's OceanChief. So
Hugo's all over the back of Thimo. And
is Chief
Timo's
pitting or is
caught
he?
right up with Terror as well.
So let's see what's up with Chief here. I'm not quite sure. He's reversing.
Some great action going on with Hugo's and Thimo
Okay, I'll
on
hop over to
each
there.
other.
And also Terra Incognita, so top 4 is close. Hugo is only 0.4 behind and Thimo is 0.6 behind Terra Incognita, so the battle for the podium positions is running hot. And Dead Pixel hanging on really well there as well. He's only 0.8 behind Hugo, so yeah, it's looking good for the Lamborghini guys. And I believe I have insider information that the Lamborghini is extremely strong on the straights as well. So you know, putting that straight line speed to good use. But where can I see how many laps are we doing? That's kind of ridiculous for me not to know that, but yeah, let me try and see if I can actually find it somewhere. Or is it actually a timer based thing here? I think it actually is, so yes. Good commentating. So I think Wimpy we're actually running 40 minutes in the race. And that will be it. Have you lost Wimpy? Or is Wimpy still here? Maybe we have lost Wimpy, so I'll try and keep tabs of and stuff. Okay, are you back?
Sorry, yeah, what happened? You didn't hear me?
No, I didn't hear you for a while there, so
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
what happened? Okay, well, anyway. Oh, okay, we have a McLaren pulling off towards the inside.
Yeah, I think that's Chief letting guys through.
The top 3. Thimo right at the back, all over the back of Terror here.
Yes,
It's gonna be interesting.
And Hugo
But the
0.4 as well, so
yeah. The BMW is surely showing the talent and power up in the front, above the Ferraris, Lamborghinis, McLarens, and
and
Porsche.
Thimo right on the back of Terra Incognita here.
It's
Let's
gonna
see.
happen. It's going for the inside move.
Is he gonna make it into this chicane here? And he is gonna make it.
Oh,
But can he keep
brilliant
it on
move by
track?
Thimo.
Oh, that's that might be a penalty.
This is great racing. The Ferrari also joining in on the party.
Yeah. I wonder if Thimo got a penalty for that. We'll see. But he's still challenging Terra hard, and Hugo also in this mix.
Terror and Thimo running an absolutely great race, yeah.
And while they're battling this hard, Dead Pixel has managed to slip in there as well, so he's only 0.3 behind Hugo, and
Nice.
it's an extremely close field up front. Dead Pixel in his
Oh, he makes
Hugo
a
going
lunge.
for it. Hugo going for it. He's
Going
sent
wide.
one,
Oh no, he loses it.
and he loses a position to Dead Pixel as well. So
And look at Pixel all over the back of Thimo all of a sudden.
yeah, let's see if he can put this
Oh,
straight
that's
line
gonna
speed
be
of
a
the
great
Lamborghini
race.
to good use on the main straight. I think he's a bit too far back. So Dead Pixel actually in P3 at the moment. That can't be. Let's see. I think yeah, Hugo is challenging Dead Pixel into turn 1, but he can't make it. So Dead Pixel holds on to P3 for now. Hard racing. And I guess Thimo got away with running through the chicane without a penalty, because he is still pressuring Terror. And Hugo going for it again. Oh, not quite. And have we lost Mr. Wimpy again? I can't hear him. If you can hear me, Wimpy, I can't hear you, but Just don't worry about it for
Uh,
now.
hello, hello, hello.
Yes, I can hear you now again.
What is going on with Discord tonight?
Oh, I don't know. It's been pretty bad for the last few casts we've done. By the way, did you hear me saying that we're not racing laps, we're racing 40 minutes?
Yes, yes, I heard it, yeah.
So yeah.
I was still saying there's a whole 29 minutes left on this race, which is now about 27.
Yeah, so we're only a little over, or maybe a third in, almost a third in into the race.
Yeah, and then, oh, who's off?
Is there a
Is that it?
car off there?
That's a car off, who's that?
Yeah, that's, I think that's Cursed, but he's a lap
Oh,
down at the moment,
is it a
so,
Ferrari?
yeah, Cursed is, and Chief has actually pipped Cursed there. Unfortunately, they're fighting for P12 there, but, yeah.
Oh, he goes off again. He
Oh
lost it again.
dear, yeah,
Cursed. Come
Cursed
on,
going off there.
Kirsty.
And Hugo making a pass on Dead Pixel, I believe. And yes, he has made it. I unfortunately missed that while I was looking at.
A Popo gamer. And who's this, Jesse?
What?
Yes, Jesse and Popo gamer. Very close to each other.
Cursed is reversing into the pits. So this is
Just have a look at the racing between Popo and Jesse.
yeah.
Some great
So this
going
is
on.
for P9. So it's for points.
Oh,
Oh, did
slightly
it
taps him.
tap him a bit? Okay. Luckily nobody spun.
Oh, this is great racing between the two Porsche.
Yeah.
Oh, and he goes wide into the wall slightly.
Is he gonna try? No, he's gonna maybe get a run on the main straight here. Let's see. And the battle up front is actually raging hard as well because Thimo is only 0.4 behind Incognita. Let's see if
Takes the inside line down the straight. Does
yeah,
it
and I
make
think
oh, he's done the move. Wow.
yeah, Jesse's got it done. So it's a nice drive. Oh, the cross run right there. But I think they got away with
Great
it.
racing between the two there. Some action on track.
Yeah,
So
right.
just get back to the action in front then.
Looks like Jesse is able to pull away from Popo a little bit there. So let's see if we can catch the leaders here again. And the battle for the top is still raging hard because we have still 4 people within 3.5 seconds, which is...
This is great racing, man. BMW is just dominating in front at the moment.
Yeah, they seem to be holding the others up for now. And I think we might be closing in on the pit stops soonish because we've done about 15 minutes into the race and they're on the soft tire. So I would guess that they're gonna go on the medium for the other stint. Or I'm not actually sure about the rule. Do they have to use different tire compounds? Not sure about that. Have you looked at the chat at all, Wimpy? Because I definitely have not.
Yeah.
Do we have anything from our viewers there?
Nope. It's
Nothing
all
at
good,
all.
everybody.
I think we've bored everyone to death, so I don't know. Job well done.
Yeah, it's not the best game to be commentating and streaming, spectating
Yeah,
on it.
it's unfortunately the
It's much
spectating.
different than F1 though, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
Just bear with, ladies and gentlemen.
And
At least the stream looks fluent now, no buffering anymore.
Thimo has fallen a tiny bit back from Terra now, and Hugo is actually pressuring him at 0.4 behind. So let's see what we get here, because Hugo seems to have a good pace
really
at the
close
moment.
to Thimo.
Yeah, and Dead Pixel is also hanging in there because that's interesting. If he has better pace toward the end of the second stint or something, maybe he can do something here.
Yes.
In his customary P4 at the moment though, and he's about half a second slower than the other guys on that lap. But yeah, positions are about...
Yeah, but I think
just
in
about
general
stable right
having
now.
this Assetto Corsa's GT3 series this season, it's actually a very good thing that happened to not just the league, but I think for everybody out there that's participating in the current Formula One,
Yeah.
just to show that the door is wide open for any other type of racing in the leagues, and especially on EGL.
Yep.
And yeah, we also just to mention we're looking at a possible Kartcraft league coming up as soon as the game is stable and multiplayer is out. We're definitely going that direction as well. So we're gonna have some live kart racing, which should also be
Okay.
very interesting.
That's cool. Multiplayer is not out in that game yet, right? 'Cause
Not yet, no.
I
Not
don't
as
have
far
it.
as I know.
Yeah.
That's a really good game. One of the best karting games I have played in a long time.
Indeed. So be on the lookout for opportunities to race in that league as well, maybe. But yeah, maybe a shout out to the leagues involved here, which are, of course, this event is by 2SRL. If you are interested in racing there, you check out their Discord. And I think the other closely related league, let's say, is SLR, which is currently running,
The sister league, as they would say.
yeah, running F1 game and of course the, let's say, tier 1 and 2 in F1, and then we also have F2 tier in the league. If anybody happens to find this recording and hear that, if you're interested in racing here or in F1, those are your places to go. And yeah, Thimo is closing in on Incognita again. He's half a second down now. So this is a wide
It
open
seems
field.
like he's timing it.
It's still only Dead Pixel has fallen a little bit behind Hugo now, so he's about 2.5 seconds behind Hugo. Maybe he's running out of tires. So I would expect
Yeah.
to see some pit stops soon.
Yeah, you reckon it's a one-stopper?
Definitely, yeah, because we're already halfway into the race, and they're on the soft compound at the moment,
Oh,
which I think is the softest tire, if I'm not mistaken.
oh, the Terror are a little bit wide
Yeah, he
over
did
there.
actually. So Thimo is not going to be able to capitalize on that for now, but he is closing in. Closing in still. I'm sure those guys are on Discord though, so
Mr.
they will.
Beamer versus Mr. IQ. Who's gonna come out on top of this one?
Yeah,
We'll see.
I
Hope for Timo's sake he's not overthinking this
yeah,
as normal.
yeah. Uh,
But I mean, they're teammates, aren't they?
yeah, I think so. So
They surely won't try anything ridiculous, but they're still racing
yeah,
for the
but I
championship over
think
here.
they're gonna race each other because okay, Thimo is pitting now, so
Okay, we got the first pit stop from the front runners.
yeah, and let's see what tire he goes on. That Pixel also in the pits behind him.
Mm.
All right.
There's a Porsche also in the pits.
Yeah,
That Popo.
that's Popo Gamer, I think. But let's see. I'm gonna hold the camera on Thimo and let's see what tire he goes on.
Another Porsche coming out.
And when he comes out of the pits, we'll see which tire he picked. It's a long pit stop, at least compared to. Okay, Thimo is actually. What's happening to him? What's happening here? Why is that Pixel
Not
reversing?
sure, but I'm on board with Timo and
This is very
everything's still good in front.
because that Pixel sort of went for it and then he reversed back to the pit, so I'm not sure what's happening here.
What the hell?
So he's basically lost a bunch of time. Thimo is already out, so and he's all still on the soft compound, so I guess it's not required to do 2 compounds.
They're looking really solid in front.
And Pixel is way off Timo now. He's like he's lost about 25 seconds there. I don't know what happened there because he pitted and then he went for it and then he reversed back to the
Yeah.
pit box. So maybe we can hear from him after the race whatever happened there. So Timo is out, and let's see what the other guys up front are gonna do here.
Oh, Terror pits.
Yes,
Terror
Terra
pits
pits
is
now,
which
so
Hugo's
I'm catching him here
now
on
in
stream.
the lead of the race.
Yeah, so Hugo is still not pitting.
No, he's staying out.
Let's see then. Terror pitting now, and is this gonna be as long a pit stop?
What is this? The other Lambo coming?
It's Tipsy, I guess. Tipsy in the pits as well, yeah.
Ooh, you nearly went into the back of the two McLarens.
Oh. And it looks like the pit stop in these cars is a bit longer than in a
Also, the
Formula 1
Mercedes
car.
stopped behind him.
Yeah.
There's a
So
Mercedes in the pits as well.
that's spelled Menneke, I think. Who is also running well in the points. So Terror comes out of the pits and holds on to the lead of the race. Just about. Thimo is pretty much where he was when these guys pitted. So, but Thimo's got a really good run here on the back straight, and let's see if he can do something into the chicane here. And is it actually?
Oh, Thimo all over the back of Terra.
Yeah, indeed, but he was not quite able to do the move. So
Yeah,
I
these guys are
think,
racing so closely to each other.
and I think these guys are gonna get the undercut on Hugo as well, because I'm sure Hugo is on 20-minute-old tires. So let's see. I would
Oh,
guess
someone's in front of Terra. It's what's that? A
it's
Porsche?
Jesse. Yeah,
No.
Jesse's off. Yeah, I've caught
Oh,
him
and
on.
Terra goes wide, and Thimo passes Terra on the inside.
Oh dear. Okay.
Thimo surely made use of that opportunity with Terra running wide for that car that spun out.
Oh dear.
So
Okay. So
yeah,
we have
Terra kind of lost out on that a bit.
okay. So there's a second between them now. Let's see if Ter can still turn this around.
Yeah.
Um, Hugo is in the pits as well now, so let's see where he comes out. Terror and Thimo, or Thimo and Terror rather, coming on the main straight right now, and I think they're gonna get Hugo. Yes, they are. So Hugo will be
Ferrari coming
close,
out of
but
the pits. Hugo's.
and it's actually gonna be really close, but he is still
Oh,
behind Terror.
look at that! He's joined right behind Terra.
And Hugo is, I think he's too far to try anything on the back straight here, but we're still gonna have a good race on our hands here. Unfortunately for Pixel, we don't know what the exact issue was, but he's down in P7 now, so he lost around 25 seconds in that whatever happened to him in the pits. So he's about 8 seconds behind Belt Meneke, and I think everybody except maybe Pretorius has yet to pit. Or everybody else has pitted rather.
Got about 15 minutes left in this race, and it's still the top three that you can see on screen.
Yep. So
close to each other. It's any man's race at the moment. But to be honest, the BMW surely looks really solid in front, dominating this race from start so far.
yeah, pretty much it's just the other way around, because Terra Incognita was involved in a little bit of a tangle with the lapped car, and at the moment Thimo has managed to pip him for the lead.
Surely
Hugo's still running a close third, so it's not over yet, guys. And yeah, but I'm afraid the guys behind them are quite far away now. So Tipsy is running around 13 seconds behind this leading pack here. Pretorius is under a second behind Tipsy, but I'm not sure. Does Pretorius still have to pit? I can't. The silly thing is I can't see if somebody has pitted or not because of the limited possibilities in this game. Pretorius sets the new fastest lap of the race, so maybe he has actually pitted and has just managed to caught up back to Tipsy. So let's actually have a look at that battle there, because Pretorius is very close to Tipsy here on the back straight, and I think he's just too far back to do anything about it on this lap. But Pretorius is flying. His last lap is 1:45.5, and that's about. That is about. Let me see. faster than the leaders are lapping at
Yeah,
the moment. So
Victor is really pushing TipsyBob
yep,
hard over here. Let's
yep,
see if Mr. Bob can handle the pressure and not crack
yeah.
like certain people does.
He's managed to hold on to this so far on this lap, and I know that the Lamborghini that Tipsy is on is very fast on the straight line. So I think Pretorius is gonna, or let's say he has his work cut out for him.
Yep.
4 tenths down. In the meanwhile, Mr. OceanChief has managed to climb back to the points. He's in P9 at
That's
the
good
moment.
news.
But he
Way
is,
off. It's okay. He's
yeah,
running
he's
a solid race.
53 seconds
Except for
off
the
the
one
next guy, but
mistake he made.
yeah, it was a
So
messy start of the race for him. So
Torres is really close to the back of TipsyBob now.
yep, and we are coming on the main straight right now,
Oh,
I think.
Tipsy running a
Oh,
slightly wide and
and
Tipsy, sorry, Torres making use of the inside line. He's gonna, and he does.
yeah, he
What a
got it.
move.
Good run, good run.
Tipsy
So
coming back at the inside. Will he? Oh, he's taking the gap. Will he take
and
it? Yes, he's definitely in the inside of Victorious, and TipsyBob takes the position right back.
but can Pretorius get back to him on the back straight here? Because it's only 2 tenths down, and he's gonna get a really good run here. So I think we might see a lunge here to the chicane. Let's see. That Lamborghini is really fast in the straight line, so Pretorius can do
Oh,
absolutely
yes, for
nothing
sure.
there. So he's Pretorius
Seems
still
like,
stuck behind Tipsy.
yeah. You can see TipsyBob taking it really cautious through that chicane.
So we have around 11 minutes left in the race. So we have still plenty of time to go.
11 and a half more minutes.
And I think we'll just keep on to these cars for now because this is the closest battle at the moment. Thimo and
There he
Terror
goes.
Incognita are getting closer again once again because Terror is only 0.7 down on Thimo at the moment. But we'll keep an eye on that gap and try and swap there if needed.
Yeah.
And Pretorius seems to be slightly falling off Tipsy now, so let's see. Maybe he's oh dear, Pretorius touches the wall there a tiny bit, so while Terra Incognita sets the fastest lap of the race there at the same minute.
Here we got a corner, but who's that?
It's Cursed, I think. So yeah, Cursed in the pits. And
See if Victoria's
Pretorius,
gonna make for another. No, I think he's a bit too far off.
yeah, and that Lamborghini in the straight line is so good, so it's difficult to get a run on this car, so looks good. Tipsy is going strong actually, so
Two BMWs in the front, still looking really solid.
yeah, and they
Hugo's hanging on to them very nicely.
so I think the only mistake we have seen from the top trio is pretty much Terror getting tangled up with the lapping car or lapped car.
I think the only action, to be honest, at the moment is the fight between Tipsy and the Pretorius.
And it's very close at the moment. Pretorius is all over the back of Tipsy. And is he gonna go there? No. He seems better off it.
Oh, Tipsy goes slightly wide.
Oh, and Tipsy loses the rear a tiny bit, so Pretorius gets a good run, but I think he's still too far back, so will he be able to do anything about it?
Oh, Pretorius going really wide in that corner.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get a
What's
switch
happening
back
here?
there, but
Tipsy also made a mistake on the exit of the
yep,
turn.
and Pretorius gets a good run on to the next corner once again. He's got the inside line, and is he gonna make this stick? Oh no! And Pretorius spins and hits the wall. Oh dear!
Oh my word.
And now he has to do all of this work again. In
These
the
cars
meanwhile,
are so tricky to drive.
and Velt Meneke is actually trying to capitalize on this battle behind him, but not
Oh, seems
quite
like
able to
Hugo's
do
caught up with Terror. He's only 0.7 seconds behind him.
so. Yep.
7.
And somebody flies off there. I think, okay, that's Cursed. So, yep, I think Cursed is 2 laps down,
Seems like
unfortunately.
Thimo is really putting the hammer down now. He's pulling away from Terra.
Yeah, I think if I look at Terra Incognita's last lap time, he must have made a mistake there because he was about 7 tenths slower. So,
Probably.
I think he's made a slight mistake somewhere. And Pretorius has managed to pretty much catch Tipsy once again, so he's all over the back of him again. Half a second down. So this is gonna be a stressful last 8 minutes for TipsyBob.
Fully handle the pressure.
Pretorius is so much better through these fast corners than Tipsy, so
Pretorius right back behind
oh,
TipsyBob, going for the outside.
and is he gonna get around there? No,
I think
not
he's
quite.
playing it safe, lining him up for the next back straight.
And yeah, but he's still on the outside here, so I don't know. I think he has to get on the inside and just send it. That's the only way he's gonna get it done. And once again, he gets a really good run out of this corner. Let's see, will he be able to do anything about it? No. Think better of it. Point one. And TipsyBob goes wide. Oh no! And I think he loses the position to Pretorius there. Yes.
Yep.
So yeah. Let's see if
And the
Pretorius can.
TipsyBob cracks under the pressure of Pretorius.
Indeed, but how do you say it in English? But let's say TipsyBob is definitely leading the GT Ireland series at the moment.
Oh, for sure. The other Irishman is away a little bit further up the log.
Indeed.
In 9th place.
Pixel is about 11 seconds behind him, so.
Mr. Chief.
But I think Veltmeneke might be
Oh,
looking at.
TipsyBob running a little bit wide out of the exit of that corner.
Yeah, I think Tipsy is struggling with his tires or something because Veltmeneke is also catching up to him. So yeah, he's probably interested in that 5th place as well.
I'm spectating the Audi Quattro. What is it?
Yep.
And the sound of this car is absolutely amazing. I just love the sound of this car. It sounds so smooth and sweet.
I think that's Satoshi.
An absolute
So
beautiful sound.
right on board for a second with Satoshi. I think.
Yeah, under pressure from who's this?
Yeah, but I think that guy's lap down or something who is behind him, so it's not really a battle there. I think Satoshi is pretty much safe in P8. He's got 12 seconds ahead of him and 52 seconds behind him for the next position.
I see, yeah. Because OceanChief is tactically between the two of them.
Yep, you are right. This car sounds absolutely amazing. So. And looks nice as well.
A really nice sound of the Ori.
And Veltmeneke is managed to catch up to Tipsy, and he's about 6 tenths down on him. So I think he's gonna be looking at a overtaking opportunity on the next lap.
Alright, so we got almost 5 more minutes left.
Yeah, it's Tipsy seems to be really
4 laps,
struggling.
5 laps.
Yeah, I did 4 laps maybe. So I guess how it's gonna work is that when the time runs out, they finish that lap and that's it.
An absolutely great opening race to the GT3 series. Couldn't have asked for more. I think this pretty much sums up where the season is going.
Top 3 is
a lot of action coming up.
And top 3 is still running quite close as well, but I think it's settled down a little bit now, so it's about 1.5 seconds between each of them.
Yeah, but I think as the season goes along, we're gonna see more and more closer battles between the guys as they get used to these cars and the tracks. I mean, this is something completely different from Formula 1. It takes a while to get used to these cars.
Yeah, and these cars are different as well.
They're heavy and they also very nippy around the corner. I've driven them and I said, no, I would not like to race in these leagues. It's gonna take me a while to get used to them.
Yeah.
I'll rather concentrate on my F1.
Yeah. So, Veltmeneke looking at the move here. Can he get it done? 3 tenths down on Tipsy, but Tipsy is still hanging on to that 5th place, so yeah. And one thing maybe I wanted to mention is that I think Pretorius would have been up there as well fighting for the position, but he spun in the start, so
yes, he's really fast. But great comeback drive from him though.
Indeed, so because he was pretty much last after lap 1, so
yeah. Oh, slight mistake there.
Yeah.
By the Mercedes. I don't want to be nasty, but this car sounds absolutely terrible.
Compared to the Audi, anyway.
I'm speaking the Mercedes, and it sounds like its exhaust is broken or something.
Yeah.
It's not a good sound.
Yeah, I think the engines are a little bit different, but yeah, Veld Menegade dropping a little bit back from Tipsy now, so yeah, Tipsy still hanging on to that 5th position there, and I think he's found a little bit more confidence again because he's opening up the gap right now.
Yep.
Cursed in the pits again, so I think that's for, I don't know, the 3rd time or something, so yep, it's not been a great race for him, I guess. And somebody is off there at the back. Who is that?
Yeah.
Is it Hugo? Hugo has spun, so can Pretorius do anything about this? I think he's a little bit too far back still. So
No.
yeah, it's
That's unfortunate. Hugo's were running a solid race all the time.
yeah.
He was right up there with the 2
And he's off
BMWs.
again. He's off again. So I wonder if he has some sort of an issue there because he crashed twice within 3 corners. So Pretorius is actually quite close to him now, but
Maybe his tires are done or something.
unless he really is unable to get it going from here, I think he can still hang on to this 3rd position. Pretorius is only 5 seconds behind him now. He was about 19 behind him when they started. So let's see. I'll keep an eye on the gap. I think it's got it stabilizing now. So I don't know. Maybe he had some overheated the tires or something. Whatever happened there. And Veld Meneke once again very close to TipsyBob. And I think we are maybe on the final lap of the race.
Thimo and Terra coming up to back markers. Got 1.5 more minutes. Might be the second last lap, I guess, if there's another lost.
Who is it up ahead of them?
It is. See. Looks like a Porsche. It's a Porsche.
Yeah, it's Jesse and OceanChief.
Oh.
So it's Jesse in the Porsche and then OceanChief in the McLaren up ahead of them.
Alright.
Pretorius about 4 seconds behind Hugo, so I think Hugo will be
Oh, Jesse going off. He probably tried to go wide for the 2 and he lost it completely.
Oh, okay. Jesse running in P11.
Tero really caught up with Thimo now. Let's see if these two are gonna race it out on the last lap.
They are.
You can see how hard Tero is really pushing this car now.
They are far away from everybody else, so but not far enough. So I think if they get tangled up in each other, they can still I don't know, 17 seconds, maybe not. Yeah, Terror is really closing on Thimo, and I think we're about to start the final lap of the race now. Because the clock will be run down on the next lap, so yeah, the guys are starting the final lap right now. And Terror is really close to Thimo now. Let's see if I can do anything on the final lap here. Point 4. We're coming up to the back straight. And they're...
Sorry to interrupt.
Yep, go ahead.
I don't know. Carry on.
And Terror, is he gonna try something here? 310s. Absolutely send it if he wants to try something, and I think he will think better of it, yes. So Thimo holds on to the lead for now. And have about half a lap to go. Will Mr. OceanChief be lapped or not? It's close, but I wonder if these guys are just gonna hold positions. Looks like they're racing quite hard though. Oh dear.
They will definitely race for it. I mean, it's the first race.
Looked like Terra was gonna send it there, but not quite. And they're coming up to OceanChief
maybe come into play here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, they're really pushing hard now. Oh, and Thimo going a little bit wide.
And Terra gets a good run out of that corner, but I think he will not. Is he gonna try for it? Is he actually gonna try for it?
Ooh, it's gonna be really close. This is really close.
And Terror Incognita side by side into the final corners. Oh dear God, let's see what's happened here. And
the two BMWs are not giving each other 1 inch.
And final corner, will Terror be able to get a good run on the main straight here? And I think Thimo will just about keep it.
What a race.
And yes, Thimo wins by 0.1 seconds. That's unbelievable,
Absolutely
actually.
dominant performance by the BMWs. What a race finish between these two guys. They are just absolutely great.
So Thimo wins the race by 0.1 seconds. Hugo coming in home now at
Seventh
P3,
position.
17 seconds off, and Pretorius with a good comeback from his
Oh,
last.
we got a pass on TipsyBob in the last corner. And he lost it
Oh,
on the last corner, hitting the wall.
oh dear. So Veld Medicae did fancy that fifth position, and Tipsy
Racking under the pressure. Oh, and it takes him out.
and oh, there's okay, it's
Carnage in turn one.
Carnage into turn one. But let's see, Dead Pixel coming home in seventh. So I think the title for this race will actually go for TipsyBob for the Irish guys. Satoshi coming home in 8th, and Chief is actually yeah, I think he was lapped, was he? So Chief in P9 and Popo coming in the last position to claim 1 point for P10.
What an opening race, man. We couldn't have asked for a better finish than that.
Yeah, I'm sorry about all the babbling because this is my first time trying to
Yeah,
cast
both
anything.
of
So
us.
I hope nobody got like.
So, interesting question. Who do you think would take driver of the day? I think it would go
Um.
for Thimo.
Yeah, I definitely would give it to Timo because yeah, it. I mean, I think both Terror and Timo would be good candidates for that, but I would give it to Timo because he won the race in the end, and
Oh yeah,
yeah,
and he just ran a solid, solid race from start to finish. He took every cap that he could possibly get to get
yeah,
in front of Terror, and he kept pushing and eventually got it. He defended him off wall in the last lap, so I think it's definitely Timo's driver.
yeah. I'm just throwing it out here that if somebody wants an interview, come to SLR Gentleman's channel. So
I think we can definitely get Timo in here and Terror,
yeah,
and maybe even Yugos. Who else?
I think the stream is gonna be actually just black now. Maybe I'll.
Hello, who do we have
Hello.
here?
Hey guys.
Hi.
Oh, we have Terror and
So
Timo.
So how is it? I guess we're gonna start with Timo, race winner, 0.1 seconds. That was quite crazy on the final lap, I would say.
That was incredible. I never had anything close to that in terms of like a finish. This is, I mean, incredible.
Yeah,
I can. So basically, I think the thing that went on in this was I tried to undercut Terra, so I pitted one lap earlier, and then I didn't even get him with it, but that meant that my tires were one lap older.
yeah,
And basically, I think 2 laps before the end, my tires kind of fell off the cliff, and Tara, uh, like he gained a bit of pace. I think like 3 tenths or something.
yeah.
In some laps, and then suddenly he was there, and then my front left tire fell off into the yellow area from the green area.
Uh,
And at that point, I felt, oh, I might actually like Turkles, I'm in danger, and then I I always looked into my mirror, and in the straight, I thought I was fine, and then I had a very bad exit out of the bus stop, but I thought there's no overtaking spot there, so Terra is screwed, and I thought I might have this if I just cover the inside line every turn, and then I outbroke myself a little bit for the very tight right-handed towards like
yeah,
yeah, there's a tight right-hander, and I
yes,
outbroke myself a
yeah,
little bit, and suddenly Terra was there into the left-hander, and he dived me,
yeah,
and I was just like, okay, I do not care if he has enough space. I just like turned in and hoped that we wouldn't crash, and we didn't. so
yeah. It was
so that,
absolutely millimeter precision there in the final laps, and
but but he
yeah,
was still there, and
yeah.
then the
We,
last 2 turns, and holy,
we
I
were kind
am.
of wondering if you guys are gonna, just freeze the positions on the final lap because everybody else was like 17 seconds off or something. So
Oh hell no, we weren't.
Hugo
I mean that
Hugo
that was
managed to
probably
spin off a couple of laps before the end. I don't know
yeah.
what happened to him.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
The pro-
spun in the left-hander after the boot.
Yeah,
I
and
thi-
I
I
think he
think
spun
that.
twice there
Sorry.
actually, and all Pretorius almost got him at the end, but not quite.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're pushing Timo really hard in that last corner.
What? If I can,
I really thought Timo was gonna go, Terry gonna go out.
if
Yeah,
I can
that-
get to Terror for a bit, what happened to you? And I think you were lapping a car or something, and you lost the lead there, right? Because
Yeah, I was. Yeah, completely my mistake.
Okay.
Jesse spun on the inside. I had plenty of space to go around him. But I don't know what happened. Like I think I just lost. I didn't lose concentration, but I lost my reference point and I just understeered into the wall.
yeah,
Yeah, that was unfortunate and that cost me the race. But yeah, I mean the second stint, I was always on edge. I was always pushing. I think Thimo was as fast as me, maybe a little bit faster, and I was having to push quite hard to compensate. But yeah, I mean, the last lap was just insane. I think the one lap of tire difference did make a difference because I pitted a little bit later.
yeah,
So I think his
looked
tires
like
were in
that,
the
yeah.
yellow. Yeah, his tires were in the yellow in those last two laps, and mine were only in the yellow on the last lap. So I was just trying to make life as uncomfortable as possible for him. He made a small mistake in the right-hander
You
when
did.
I jinked to the inside. And then I was very close into the left-hander, so I was like, let's send it. Thankfully, we didn't crash. Thimo with a masterful job around the outside, but I just about had a run into the next left-hander, and it was really tight, and we went through side by side.
Yeah.
But Thimo had the position for the last corner. I tried the undercut, but it wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
So I mean, just a fantastic race, and
was
testament
And
to the fact that Timo's a very clean and good driver that we didn't crash there.
I think there were
Thank
about
you.
5 drivers who had extremely close plays. It was you, Pretorius, Thimo, Dead Pixel was there as well. I'm not exactly sure what happened with him in the pits. I would like to hear from him because he pitted around the same time as Thimo, and then he sort of left his pit box, and then he reversed back into it. So I have no idea what happened to him.
Pixel, I don't know.
So he kind of
He
bottled it
was on
there.
the pit. He was on the pit stop, and he said that they just didn't serve him. I don't know how
Uh,
that happens, but I'm going to take his words for it.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I was wondering because you can't see the pit crews as if you're spectating, so it just looked really confusing.
Yeah, having dominating the first race for you guys as BMW Team W BMW. Do you sorry, my tongue. Do you guys reckon you can keep it up within a couple of races coming up? As I told
Oxfordian
Victoria,
Beamer Sports or Motorsports, yeah.
yeah, as I told, I mean, as
Yeah.
it's gonna progress, guys are gonna get faster and more comfortable in their cars. But I mean, the dominant performance you guys put up today, it just shows that you guys are serious. You're here to win the title, not only for BMW but even championship as drivers. So, do you guys think you can keep it up?
Should I go first?
Yeah, go for it.
It's hard to say. So I went into this race, and I like before the season, I thought I want to be in the top 5 every race, and because it's an actually really good grid, even though last season was like I finished on the podium most races, but I thought top 5 is realistic and it's not a too frustrating goal. And then this and I mean it's for a reason, because I know that Pretorius is super quick. He he sweated so much into this game. He put in so much time, so I didn't expect to be able to beat him at all. And Toto was very quick as well, and he kind of bottled it, or got bottled in the first lap.
Yeah.
And so the problem is that even though I'm like on a super big high right now because I managed to win this race, I kinda like I expect them to come back as strong as this time, and I cannot rely on them making mistakes every single race. So basically it will, I guess, come down to if I'm going to be able to improve enough to stay close to them, and then I think I can give them a run for their money and maybe even like potentially take the title, but it's a bit early to think about that, I think.
Sounds like
Yeah.
the challenge is out there.
You guys held it well together in this race, so I think it was quite a dominating performance for you actually, because I think the only mistake I really saw from you guys was Terra running wide when you guys were lapping Jesse, I think so.
I want to
Yeah.
add, I don't know if you are aware of this because not everyone has followed like the last season, but I feel like it's kind of a funny redemption because last season, in the first race, Terra and I were fighting and for the entire race, and we were like Terra led the first stint, then I led after undercutting him, and it was 1 second between us, and he kind of got closer to like half a second, and then we were lapping Jesse. And I
Oh.
crashed with Jesse, and that in the end like cut the battle short, so we couldn't find out what would have been.
Yeah, I recall
And
something about that in
yeah,
Melbourne, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
right.
Yeah.
And so when that happened, and I saw Terra on the wall, it was like, on one hand, I was very happy because I got into P1. On one hand, I was kind of sad for Terra, and on the other hand, I was laughing a little bit because it was just like exactly the same.
Yeah.
It was a. I mean, honestly, it was a real surprise to me that we were so competitive today. I mean, I only did like an hour or so before the SLR race just now.
That's the dangerous
In
thing
terms of
about Terra.
practice.
I did a lot more.
But thankfully, Timo had done most of the setup work, so I just plugged Timo's setup in and went. And I mean, we were very competitive. Like, I mean, the Pretorius seemed like he was the fastest driver overall out there, but
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he made a mistake turn one or
Yeah,
lap
he-
one.
No,
Yeah,
lap one, yeah.
he spun on lap 1 and he was all the way at the back, but he managed to get back to P4, right? Yes.
Four.
Yeah, he was very very fast.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, we were up there. I wasn't expecting to be up there. I was expecting to be some way off.
I think the
I,
fastest lap of the race was really close between you and Pretorius, though. So
yeah, I think I just got it. It was
Yeah.
only
Yeah, you
just
got
though.
it.
by a couple of hundredths
Um,
or something.
Yeah. But I don't know where that lap came from in qualifying either. That was much faster than I've ever gone.
Yeah.
Like more than half a second. That was a PB. So very pleased with that indeed.
Yeah. Okay. Good
One
stuff.
thing that I just want to throw one thing in that would probably be nice to know, like as context. Like so the cars are different, obviously, and we're driving the BMW, and it's a front engine car, so that means all its weight is in the front, and that makes it naturally very understeery. And like for example, the Ferrari is a mid-engine car, I think, and
Yep.
so it's a bit more oversteery. And now the thing with the setup is because the BMW is such a boat and just won't turn in because it's like so heavy in the front, you can, or basically you have to put your rear wing really, really low to get rid of the understeer. I mean, it doesn't oversteer anyway. So like we were running a 2-degree wing angle, and like the Ferrari boys were running like 14. So that's basically why we absolutely. Like, that's why I got past you guys so easily on like lap 2, I think it was.
Yeah,
It's
I got
just
past Pretorius in lap one as well, but because of that, it was just a huge difference in straight line speed.
Yeah, I don't think the BMW is like OP or anything, but it's just that's a very big advantage it has
And I
to
think it's
other
gonna be
cars.
it's gonna be very different on each truck as well because of the differences in the cars and
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really nice.
Pretorius looked really strong into the corners. We were watching him fighting Tipsy, I think, toward the end of the race, and he was really fast in the corners compared to Tipsy's. What is
Yeah,
Tipsy driving?
I didn't get a chance to see,
Lamborghini.
but he must have been because like he was lapping faster than I was, and like I was gaining. I wouldn't be surprised if I was gaining like 3-4 tenths of a second down the straight up towards the bus stop.
Yeah.
So like I had much more straight line speed, and he was faster. So yeah.
Yep. So I think we have
Alright.
Cursed here who wants to have a word with us. So
Does he?
I'll get Mr. Milosh here. So hello Cursed.
Hello, no, I just
Cheers.
want to announce that I'm officially retiring from GT3 racing, and I have purchased BMW works team Oxfordian Beamer Motorsports
I see.
by acquiring a small loan of $1 million,
I see.
and
And
yeah,
you-
we're hoping to win the championship, and we might have to use some team orders for the Oxfordian typos in the future.
Who does that favor then? I'm interested.
The Oxfordian, of course.
I'm less interested.
Nevertheless,
but I'm your Bavarian star driver. You should favor me. Patriotism.
I suppose. We'll discuss the tactics later, but Beamer Oxfordian Motorsport Racing is now owned by Melos Martica and Orlen.
I
Thank
see.
you.
I see.
God damn it. Gotta call Pixel that he puts a fat all in logo
Yes.
over our car.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so maybe Wimpy, do you have any last words to say here?
Well, all I can say is, what an absolute first race. I don't think we could have asked for a better finish, not just between the two of you guys in front, but also down the line. There was also some good battles, especially around TipsyBob. And was it Popo? It was Pretorius.
Yeah, I think
Pretorius.
we're
There was some good racing all around. And I mean, Assetto Corsa is not the type of game, to be honest, for me, that delivers a lot of action from experiences with the F1 series that you guys were running in the season one. But I mean, from what I've seen today in season two, first race up, I'm so looking forward to the rest of the season. So yeah, I wish all the rest of the guys good luck in getting better in the cars and more comfortable. And you two guys, yeah, try and keep up the dominance. It's gonna get probably much more closer down the line, but yeah.
Thanks, man. A
It's
big shout out to
really
you
well
guys for
done.
casting as well.
Yeah,
That was,
also,
yeah.
your thumbnail is
just don't
absolutely juicy.
just do not listen to any of it if you don't want to get a brain aneurysm or something. But yeah, we did our best.
I will risk it.
It was a little bit difficult at the start with having to
Yeah, we were
fiddle with the
struggling with the
game, and
spectating cam.
this game is not exactly. I don't know if
It's
I'm
not
supposed to say
user-
this on stream, but it's not the
it's not
easiest one
user-friendly.
to cast on. But yeah,
Yeah, it's not
User
user-friendly.
friendly.
I agree.
Correct.
yeah. But
Anyway,
well done, guys, and I think we don't have anybody else in the queue, so
that's it.
yep, I think that's about it for today. So thanks everybody who viewed the stream, and hope you had some fun at least.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.